Be prepared. Over the next few days, something powerful is unfolding, but almost no one realizes what's coming. Most people assume nothing important is happening this week. No full moon, no eclipse, just an ordinary phase in the sky. Right, wrong. This is not just another moon cycle. In fact, this might be one of the most subtle yet powerful energetic shifts we've had in a while, and almost nobody is talking about it. The moon is setting off a chain reaction, one that's pulling on your subconscious, shaking up emotions, and even influencing your physical energy in ways you might not expect. And if you've been noticing repeating numbers, patterns, or even strange synchronicities, keep watching, because there's one specific reason why this is happening to you right now. I will explain it later on, so stay with me, because for some people, this could be an awakening. But for others, this could be the start of something much, much deeper. One of the greatest secrets of the moon's power is something that almost nobody pays attention to: the 3-day energy rule. Every major lunar event casts its energy 3 days before and 3 days after it happens, which means what you're experiencing right now, it's part of a bigger cycle. It's not random. The emotions, the gut feelings, the weird déjà vu moments, they're all pieces of a larger puzzle unfolding in real time. And what's even crazier, this isn't just affecting you. Look around. Conversations feel different. Dreams are more intense. This period between March 6th and 12th is a threshold, an opening. What happens now could ripple out in ways you won't fully understand until later. But the real reason this week is so crucial, it has everything to do with a hidden force, one that's been influencing spiritual awakenings for centuries. And once you realize what it is, everything will start to make sense. If you only pay attention to one night this week, make it March 6. This isn't just another phase of the moon. It's an activation point, a night where cosmic forces collide in a way that can shake up your energy, your emotions, and even your sense of reality. On this night, 3 major forces are coming together. The first quarter moon, Jupiter's expansive influence, and the lingering energy of the Pleiades. These alignments are stacking on top of each other like a cosmic pressure cooker, and something has to give. Every great shift comes with resistance. The question is, will you break under the pressure or rise because of it? Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It magnifies everything it touches. Good, it gets better. Bad, it gets overwhelming. If you've been feeling uncertain about something, expect the truth to smack you in the face. The first quarter moon is already known for bringing tension. It's the halfway point between the new and full moon, where unresolved energies start to surface. Now mix that with Jupiter. It's like turning up the volume on your intuition, your emotions, and even the signals the universe is sending you. And then there's the Pleiades. You might not be able to see them, but trust me, you'll feel them. The moon passed close to this star cluster just a day earlier, and that energy is still echoing. Ancient civilizations believed the Pleiades were a gateway to higher knowledge, a cosmic signal booster for spiritual insight. If you've been searching for answers, this is the night you might receive them. But here's the catch: it won't be gentle. This energy is raw, unfiltered. It can feel like a rush of inspiration one moment and complete emotional overwhelm the next. So if March 6th feels different, if the air feels charged, if you feel restless, if your thoughts are racing, know that it's not just in your head. The universe is speaking. The only question is, will you listen? Something is about to disrupt your sleep cycle, and it's already starting. Your mind rests, but your soul doesn't. And when cosmic energy intensifies, neither does your sleep. Over the next few nights, don't be surprised if you struggle to fall asleep, wake up at random hours, or have dreams that seem so vivid they feel more real than waking life. Some nights you'll crash hard, waking up in the same position you fell asleep in. Other nights you'll toss and turn, eyes wide open at 3 a.m., for no reason at all. There is a reason. This isn't just insomnia, it's a response to the lunar shifts happening right now. Think of the moon like a giant transmitter, constantly pulsing energy toward Earth. When it aligns with certain planets, especially heavy weights like Jupiter and Mars, it amplifies everything. That includes your subconscious mind, your nervous system, even your body's internal clock. The March 6th alignment, in particular, is charging the atmosphere with heightened frequencies, and your body is picking up on it whether you realize it or not. Energy doesn't lie. Your body will always sense the shift before your mind does. This is why some people experience intense dreams during lunar events. It's not just your imagination, it's your subconscious processing the energy. Pay attention to recurring symbols, emotions, and faces in your dreams over the next few nights. They could be revealing something you need to see. And if you're waking up at the same time every night, that's not random either. Some believe waking up between 3 and 4 a.m. is a sign of spiritual activity. Others say it's the body adjusting to an energetic shift. Either way, don't ignore it. Something is trying to get your attention. But the real question is, why is the universe disrupting your sleep right now? Because something is about to happen, something big. And if you can decode the signs, you'll understand exactly what it is before anyone else does. The energy is shifting, and you're about to feel it, whether you want to or not. On March 12th, the moon aligns with Mars, the warrior planet. This isn't just some harmless cosmic meetup. It's a collision of forces that could send shockwaves through your emotions, your drive, and even your relationships. Mars is raw, untamed energy. It rules over action, fire, and even aggression. The moon, on the other hand, governs emotions, intuition, and the subconscious. So when these two forces clash, it's like igniting a fuse, passion or rage, action or chaos. The moon and Mars don't ask, they demand. The choice is yours. If you've been feeling restless, on edge, or like something inside you is pushing for release, this is why. Mars doesn't like to wait. It wants movement. It wants change. It wants action. And when the moon amplifies this energy, it can create sudden outbursts of motivation, frustration, or even raw desire. This is the kind of energy that makes people act impulsively, say things they don't mean, start fights over nothing. But it's also the kind of energy that can push you forward, breaking through obstacles that have been holding you back. If you've been waiting for a sign to take action on something, this is it. But be careful. Mars doesn't think, it reacts. And if you let this energy take control without grounding yourself, you could make decisions you'll regret later. The key here: channel this fire. Use it to break patterns, take risks, and push forward. But don't let it control you. And here's the most important part. This energy doesn't just affect you. It affects everyone. So over the next few days, don't be surprised if people around you act impulsive, aggressive, or unpredictable. Arguments could flare up out of nowhere. People will be more reactive, more emotional, more intense. One moment you're unstoppable, buzzing with energy, ideas, and motivation. The next completely drained, like someone flipped a switch, and suddenly you're exhausted. Your body isn't failing you, it's adjusting. When the moon shifts, so does your energy. These next few days will feel like a cosmic roller coaster. Some moments you'll feel supercharged, ready to take on the world. Other times you'll feel completely wiped out, unable to focus, unable to move forward. Why? Because the moon isn't just shifting through phases, it's interfering with your energy field. Think of the moon as a tide pooler. Just like it controls the ocean's waves, it also influences your body's rhythms, your emotions, your sleep, even your energy levels. But this week, it's not stable. It's shifting too quickly. Caught between powerful planetary alignments, and your energy is getting pulled in multiple directions. Some people will thrive in this energy. If you've been in a rut, you might suddenly feel a burst of motivation. If you've been searching for clarity, your mind might feel sharper than ever. But others, they'll feel drained, like their energy is leaking, like no matter how much they rest, it's never enough. If that's you, don't force it. Your body knows when to move and when to recharge. Listen to it. Energy is currency. Spend it wisely, or you'll run out before you even realize it. One thing's for sure. By the end of this week, you'll know exactly where your energy is meant to go. But first, you have to survive the storm. Remember when I told you that if you've been noticing strange patterns, repeating numbers, or synchronicities, there was one specific reason for it. This is it. Pay attention between March 6th and 12th. The universe is speaking, but not everyone will hear it. And the reason most people are too distracted, too caught up in their daily lives to even notice when something beyond them is trying to break through. But you're here, which means you've already felt it. Maybe it's the same number appearing on the clock over and over again. 1111, 222, 444. Maybe you keep hearing the same phrase, the same message from completely different places. Maybe you've been feeling drawn towards something, but you can't explain why. These are not random. These are messages. If you've been searching for an answer, the universe is already trying to give it to you. And here's the craziest part. The signs didn't start this week. If you've been spiritually attuned, then you've probably been receiving them for days, maybe even weeks. It's been building up to this moment. This is not just another week. This is a cosmic turning point. Some of you will brush these things off. You'll ignore the patterns, the nudges, the strange coincidences, and that's fine. But for those of you who do notice, who do feel something shifting, there's a reason you're seeing it. There's a reason you're here. The universe doesn't waste time sending messages to people who won't listen. There's a reason everything feels different this week. A reason why so many of you are feeling something shift. And it has everything to do with March 5th. On this night, the moon will move dangerously close to the Pleiades, the seven sisters. Now, if you don't know, the Pleiades have been seen as a mystical cosmic beacon for centuries. The Mayans, the Egyptians, the ancient Greeks all believed this cluster of stars held knowledge beyond human understanding. Some say it's a gateway to higher consciousness. Others believe it's the home of beings who have been guiding Earth for thousands of years. But here's what matters. Every time the moon aligns with the Pleiades, something shifts. The veil thins, and those who are paying attention feel it. Have you been feeling restless, disconnected, or on the other hand, intensely aware, as if you're tapping into something bigger than yourself? That's the Pleiadian energy working. It's subtle but powerful. And if you've suddenly been questioning your path, feeling the urge to change direction, to start something new, to break free from old patterns, don't ignore it. This is not a coincidence. You are being guided. Most people go through life like they're asleep, following routines, ignoring their gut feelings, brushing off strange coincidences as just random. But you feel it. You wouldn't still be here if you didn't. This moon cycle is not just another passing phase. It's an invitation, a wake-up call, a moment in time where the universe is aligning everything perfectly, and you are standing right in the middle of it. Some will sense it as a whisper in the back of their mind, a feeling that something is different off, like a shift they can't quite put into words. Others, they'll feel it like a jolt, a sudden realization, a deep knowing that they can't unsee. Most people will dismiss it, they'll look away. But those who are awake will see the truth. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content. So what do you do with all of this energy? That is the question most people never ask. They feel the shift, they sense something unusual in the air. But instead of working with it, they resist it. They try to ignore it, distract themselves, push it aside, and pretend nothing is happening. But energy like this does not simply disappear. It moves, it transforms, and if you are paying attention, you can move with it instead of against it. Because here is something most people don't realize. These cosmic shifts are not meant to confuse you or overwhelm you. They are meant to wake you up. Think about the moments in your life when something suddenly changed. A realization that hit you out of nowhere. A sudden urge to leave something behind. A moment where you saw your life from a completely different perspective. Those moments rarely arrive quietly. They arrive with pressure. They arrive with discomfort. They arrive with the feeling that something inside you is shifting, whether you are ready for it or not. And that is exactly what this week represents. The energy between March 6th and March 12th is not here to keep things comfortable. It is here to expose things, patterns that have been repeating, thoughts that have been quietly guiding your decisions, emotions that have been buried beneath the surface. When the moon interacts with powerful planetary forces, it doesn't just affect the sky, it reflects back into the human experience. That means clarity. Sometimes clarity arrives gently, like a whisper in the back of your mind. But other times it arrives like a spotlight, suddenly illuminating something you have been trying not to see. Conversations may reveal hidden truths. Emotions you thought were settled may rise again. Situations you thought were stable may suddenly shift direction. And while that can feel unsettling, it is also incredibly powerful, because awareness is the first step toward change. You cannot transform something you refuse to acknowledge. You cannot move forward while clinging to patterns that keep pulling you backward. And sometimes the universe uses moments like this to push you out of places where you have been stuck for far too long. That is why some people will feel uncomfortable this week. They will feel restless without understanding why. They will feel emotional without knowing what triggered it. They may feel impatient, uncertain, or suddenly motivated to make changes that once seemed impossible. But if you step back and observe rather than react, you might begin to see the deeper pattern. Energy is always moving. Just like the tides of the ocean rise and fall, the emotional and spiritual currents of life shift as well. Some phases pull you inward, encouraging reflection and healing. Others push you outward, encouraging movement and action. This particular period carries both forces at once. On one hand, you may feel called to slow down, observe and understand what is happening within you. On the other hand, you may feel an undeniable urge to move forward, to break cycles, to finally take action on something that has been waiting in the background of your life. That tension is not a mistake. It is part of the process. Growth rarely feels perfectly balanced. It feels messy. It feels uncertain. It feels like standing at the edge of something new while still feeling the gravity of the past pulling you backward. But moments like this are where transformation begins, because when you are aware of the energy around you, you gain a choice. You can react impulsively, allowing the intensity of the moment to control you. Or you can pause, breathe, and use that intensity as fuel. Fuel for clarity, fuel for courage, fuel for stepping into a version of yourself that is more aligned with who you are becoming. And that is the real secret behind cosmic alignments. They do not force change, they reveal opportunity. Opportunity to see things differently. Opportunity to release what no longer serves you. Opportunity to listen more closely to the quiet voice inside you that has been trying to guide you all along. So over the next few days, pay attention. Pay attention to the conversations that stand out. Pay attention to the emotions that seem stronger than usual. Pay attention to the ideas that suddenly appear in your mind as if they came from nowhere. Because sometimes The most important messages do not arrive as loud, dramatic events. They arrive as small realizations, subtle shifts in perspective that slowly change the direction of your life. And the people who benefit most from these moments are not the ones who try to control everything. They are the ones who observe, the ones who listen, the ones who trust that sometimes when things feel uncertain, it is simply because something new is trying to emerge. So if this week feels intense, remember this. You are not losing control. You are becoming aware. And awareness is one of the most powerful states a human being can reach. Because once you see the patterns guiding your life, you gain the ability to change them. Once you recognize the energy influencing your emotions, you gain the power to direct it. Once you understand that moments like this are invitations rather than accidents, you stop fearing change and begin working with it. And that is where real transformation begins. Not in the stars themselves, but in how you respond to what they reveal. So as this lunar energy continues to unfold, take a moment to breathe, observe, and stay present with what you feel. Something is shifting, not just in the sky, but within the lives of the people who are aware enough to notice it. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do in moments like this is simply remain open. Open to new understanding, open to new direction, open to the possibility that this week may mark the beginning of something important in your life. Because long after these lunar alignments pass and the sky returns to its quiet rhythm, the awareness you gained during this time may continue guiding you forward. And one day, you might look back at this exact moment and realize that what once felt like uncertainty was actually the first sign of a new path unfolding right in front of you. Until next time, stay aware, stay curious, and most importantly, stay connected to the quiet signals that life is always sending your way. Sometimes those signals arrive through the universe itself.